Good Sunday evening. Hi there. Good evening. Happy Sunday, guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Had a good workout, and I'm on my way out of the country. I figured I would jump on here and go live with you guys. Hope all of you are doing well. Let's see who comes in. Let's see who comes in. Happy Sunday. I guess the topic tonight is why are our people of the diaspora so scared to leave here? What are they so scared of? What are they? Why are they so frightened to leave this here America? I want to know why. Why are they so? Why are they so frightened? Oh my God, this red wine has just increased the blood flow so much, and it is amplified. I'm super hot now. Oh God. Anyway, I'll get into a couple things, but let's wait for people to come in. A couple people. It is a Sunday evening. People are probably busy with their families. Anyway, like the video. I hope you all enjoyed the videos that I had up about the different real estate out in Lekki, near real estates and everything. I'm really excited about everything that's going on in Nigeria, and I'm excited to be a part of it. So I just put up these videos just to show you guys, and I think I should just do it a little bit. Like everything is very, very thrown together. I just kind of do things on the whim. But if I could get a little bit more clear videos, like maybe get another camera or something like that, and shoot more clear picture, I will. I just right now was just using my iPhone and just getting around with my homegirl who is a real estate agent out there, and she does pretty well. So I wanted to just elevate all of her listings and even look for something for myself. But on this Sunday evening, I hope everyone is doing well. So I guess I'll get started and I'll wait to see who's around. Why are people so scared to leave here? They're scared. Number one, how do I know that our people are scared to leave here? They're scared to leave here because this is all they know. So when all you know is one place, it's very hard to pick up and go somewhere else. And especially when you come from a big city and you believe that that city is the epicenter of everything and that no life happens beyond that city, it's very hard to leave where you're at. And I understand that mentality because being from New York, there was a time where everyone thought that this is the place to be. And even, I grew up like that, just feeling like New York was everything and nothing was better than it. But now, when you go abroad, and even when you leave this city and this state and you go to other states, the general consensus is that New York is pretty trash. The standard of living is trash, considering the fact that people are paying so much for their rent and paying so much in general. Um, and I actually agree with that thinking and that new wave of New York is trash because I have seen it with my own eyes, the degradation of this city and just everything that was built up so carefully and just came crashing down. So I feel like it's de Blasio's fault, but it's not. It really is just a rent bubble, a housing bubble. Now, people can afford things here, yes. And if they went and took their money anywhere else, they would be doing well. And that's what people have been doing over the last year. COVID has pretty much forced people outside of New York City, and it's made them Oh, actually, I don't have my mic turned on, and I know it sounds better. Hold on one second, guys. Give me a second. So I do have the internal mic, but I always prefer this mic. So let me get the mic. Had the internal, we were doing the internal speaker mic, but I do prefer this Yeti for these videos in general. So let me plug it in. Shout yourself out in the chat if you're in the chat room. Oh, let me see. Let's make sure. All right, great. Let's see. Hope you can hear me, but I prefer this mic. Okay, my belief is that people stay in places that they are familiar with because it's easier. It's much easier to get up and travel around a city that you've traveled around thousands of times. It's much easier to just go to the same places all the time than to be exploratory and go out and venture out. And I think that it's better for us in the diaspora to venture out because what's happening in America is we are very siloed from one another. And there's pockets of us living in these different cities, but ultimately we can't really survive without a greater number of us together. So I feel the diaspora needs to come together. And so I feel that if people were less scared, we could be more powerful if we were to unite with one another. Um, I tell you, when I look around this city, things are getting better. I will say, I was out in Manhattan the other day. I went to the Gansevoort rooftop. It was fantastic. There were a lot of people coming in. It's the energy is back in New York, but there is a level of distrust that the average New Yorker who has been here, like a real native New Yorker who's been here for years, there is a kind of like a distrust that we have for this place because we've never seen it like this. Now, there are still people who are so excited to be here because New York is living off its legacy, right? But people should not be afraid. And I suspect that there are other cities that are in the same predicament, right? There are cities like Los Angeles. There are cities like Miami's booming, to be honest with you. But there are cities like Atlanta where the crime has gone up tremendously and people are looking to leave. I mean, I know a lot of people went down to Atlanta, but now the crime is up. They want to leave. Um, there are so many places where, like Chicago, especially, Chicago is a war zone. Um, I saw on I saw on someone's YouTube channel that they have a video game now. It's like GTA, but it's like gang members now. Like you could be a gang member, and to think that people's black sons and I guess their daughters, because I'm sure there's prostitutes in the game, are being portrayed this way um, in order to sell a video game while people are dying every day. And now they have the no combat, mutual combat rule now. So if you're the op and I'm going after you and I get you or you get me, that there's no charge. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason why they got that mutual combat law is because ultimately these white judges and prosecutors, and they're not all white, but in this system, you might as well be white if you are one of them, right? You if you work for the judicial system and you work for any kind of judicial body, and you are any kind of attorney working and operating civilly and criminally for the state, you might as well be part of. You are part of this system, and those people don't want to deal with these gang members and their families. That's the real deal. The mutual combat law is not to make it easier for your son to come home from jail. It's to make it easier for that lady, Karen Smith, who wants to go home at night safely, knowing that she doesn't have to represent one of your derelict sons. So, to be honest with you, it really does scream to me like lack of accountability because it benefits the safety of the people that actually work the court system. But neither here nor there. Chicago is in a mess, and there are several other cities that are in a mess as well. I mean, Minneapolis, I know I used to consult there. I used to travel there every week and consult for over a year there, and it was a wonderful place. So I could only imagine. But there were times where we would be walking through the skyways, and then there would be groups of kids just running through there aimlessly. And it's like, it almost used to embarrass me because I would be with my team and I'd be like one of the two people of color and the only black person on the team. And then I would see all these young people running through. But rather than be scared, I always made it my business to be respectful of these young kids because they are me. They represent me. I represent them. And I want them to see me at work, and I want them to recognize that you can be something and you can do something as well. And but what I'm trying to say is that Minneapolis does turn up. So the fact that it's in a bad way, I'm sure that that has everything to do with the downfall of this place. I want to know why our people are so afraid. Like, what are you guys so afraid of? Africa's a beautiful place. And if you don't want to go to Africa, go to Central America, go to South America, go someplace where you can get closer to the equator and you can get your battery recharged. You see this right here? You see your melanin? You see your U melanin? It's recharged by the sunlight. See, when you ever feel tired, if you ever step into the sunlight, you're going to get so much energy. See, we're not like other people. We're not the people that go in the sunlight and boil and bake and burn like lobsters, right? We are the people that go in the sunlight and get recharged. We are solar panels. So for people to be afraid to go somewhere that even on the very basic level benefits them, like even on the most superficial level, your skin, your dermis, is recharged by being in Africa, by being in Central South America, by being in these equatorial states, right? Um, and I want to know why our people are so scared of that. What are they scared of? It's like, okay, they have supermarkets in other places. Okay, they have nightclubs in other places. Okay, they have hairdressers in other places. They have nail technicians in other places. Um, they have the strip club if that's what you're into. They have the dance studio if that's what you're into. They have movie theaters. Movie theaters are booming. And you get to see movies that you wouldn't normally see over here. Uh, there are beaches better than you could ever know in some of these northeast cities. There are there's a plethora of things that you can get yourself into when you decide to venture out more. So I want our people to do that. I want to understand what is the fear about, but more importantly, I want people to uh, knock down that fear. You see, fear is a liar, and it's very easy to be very fearful about making dramatic moves in life. But you know what? I've seen someone do it. I've seen someone completely leave here. She's from Chicago, one of my very good friends, and she's living in Germany, and that is where she's from. Like her great grandfather's passport was from there, and so she repatriated back to her homeland, and I really respected that. And that's when I knew for a fact that I was on the right journey to repatriate back to Africa. I just didn't know where I would go. I figured, where will I go where I will be accepted? And what I decided is, why not just go home? So when I got my DNA results and I went home and a lot of people looked like me and I looked like a lot of people, I said, oh, I'm vibrating at the highest level. I'm going to go back home where I am the majority, where there is nobody else. Honestly, there's barely, I mean, I tell you, in Sierra Leone, I saw a lot of different people, but when I'm in Nigeria, I don't really see many different people besides us. I saw one white. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I saw like one or two white people the whole time I was hanging out. And when I'm not talking about the people that were in the restaurant by the touristy areas, there weren't many of those either. But I'm talking about like hanging out in the gym, in the local gym that I go to. I saw one white guy and he lives here. He lives there. He literally lives there. He picked his ass up out of Europe, UK, and he moved down to Nigeria. I want to know what black girl got him to move down to Nigeria. What Niger woman got him to move down to Nigeria? Like, was she evil? Like, what Niger woman got him to move down to Nigeria? Because he just picked up himself and left. He says he's down there doing work, but to be honest with you, it seems as though he, you know, where there's a man going somewhere, there's a woman inspiring him. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't just work. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell in love with someone and then decided to seek out a job, because that's usually how it works, right? You fall in love with something about a place, a person that's at the place, food that's at the place, and then you go and you find that thing and you follow that thing. For me, I fell in love with culture, and I have some of the best friends out there right now, and seriously genuine people that I really have grown to love in such a short time span. And I'm spicy and they love that shit. Like nobody tries to change me. I don't try to change them. No one's trying to make me behave in any way. People are so open and honest and real. And if you do something fucked up, they'll let you know. But if you're just being yourself, they'll let you do that. And I really appreciate it. I really appreciate those people. But I will say, like, fear is not going to keep me from repatriating my home because I'm not from America. I'm not from this place. Even though there are times that this place is quite beneficial to my pocket, I don't think that this is the way that I was supposed to live. I mean, for example, right now it's like 58 degrees outside, and I was just sniffling. My whole nose was just dripping. I just came out the gym. Even with this sweater on, I'm freezing. I'm sorry, but I'm not from here, and I'm not going to keep putting on layers and layers of clothes to be comfortable in this weather. I mean, when people get a little something, they go other places. But guess what? You don't even have to be that rich to pick up and go. Just pick up and go already. You know, I even told my assistant, I said, hey, sweetheart, why don't you just pick up and leave? Just go. Like, don't be afraid. Just go. You know, it's crazy. It's like people are very fearful, man. And I hate that. That's one of the things that I detest about this society. It so much propaganda and it makes people so afraid to go outside of their comfort zones. And the only way to grow is to go outside of your comfort zone. The only way is to go outside your comfort zone. YouTube is outside of many people's comfort zone. For me, it doesn't matter to me. YouTube, I'm used to camera, so I don't care about things like that. YouTube isn't outside of my comfort zones. But for a lot of people, it is outside of their comfort zone. There's for me, living in another place is outside of my comfort zone. I've traveled a lot, but it's another thing to sit down and actually live there. And this is going to be a journey for me, something different than what I'm used to. But I invite that. I am excited about that. I am excited for change. Change is exciting. I want us to all be like that. I want us to all be inviting change in our life. And you take the good with the bad. Sometimes things are going to go right, and sometimes they're not, and it's okay. It's fine. I know one thing. I have enough resources to set myself in a little flat until I can continue to pay off that condo that's ready in 2023. I have enough to set myself up in a little flat and be safe and protected on my own time without having to um, you know, put myself in any unwanting circumstances. That's the truth. Hold on, let me see something if I could do. These hashtags in here. I don't know what happened, how I ended up just getting out of the broadcast like that. I like swiped over, I was changing the title. No man, seriously. When I sit around and I watch some of these YouTube videos, there's been a lot of conversations about whether we should have black babies or not, whether we should travel abroad or not. And I think to each his own, to each her own. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to travel abroad, travel abroad. I don't think that these conversations are necessary. People can flex their intellectual muscle all they want, but it's better than flexing your intellectual muscle, flexing your thigh muscles, flexing your calf muscle. That's better. Like, flex your muscles. Go, get out already. You know what I mean? Like, people are so afraid. It's crazy. And I understand. I really do understand it. I just want people to open up their hearts more and invite in different experiences that will help empower them. I'm not going to keep hanging out here. It's been 20 minutes already, and let you guys pick this up on the playback. But I am excited about what Africa can bring for a woman like me, but more importantly, what can I bring to Africa? What could I bring to this place? Why the fuck is it doing this like that? Yeah, man, I can't. I guess I can't edit the title. I don't really know how to do that anyway. Um, you're not gonna die if you just go somewhere else. Trust me, people are doing it every day. They're picking up and leaving here and going places where they don't have one friend, no family, where they're not from. I mean, look at that guy. He just picked up and came to Nigeria, and just some random UK white guy. He just picked up and came back to my home, and I said to myself, "Wow, I gotta come back because look how easy he make this shit look." Been there for 2 years already. He's been living in Nigeria for 2 years already. So what's stopping us? What's stopping the diaspora from getting up and moving to Togo, to Ghana, to Benin, to Cote d'Ivoire, to Tanzania, to Mozambique, to Botswana, to Chad, to Mali, to Niger, to Congo, to what's stopping y'all? Like, I know a girl who she works at the hair braiding place. Actually, I haven't seen her in a while. I think she moved back to Congo already. She has a job lined up, she said. She'll be graduating, and I'm pretty sure she has a job lined up when she moved. Go on. Dorel is her name. And she so proud of my girl. She told me, she said, "Hey, you said you went to this school, so I went to that school too, and I'll be graduating soon, and I already got a job lined up for me in the government in Congo." And I said, "Wow, you go. That's how you do that. That's called being fearless. Get up, go, and go get that. That's what it's called. It's called being fearless, right? Fear is a liar. We can do it. We can get up and put ourselves closer to God. We can get up and put ourselves closer to the equator. We can get up and put ourselves in a place where shit grows. I mean, up here in New York, I mean, what grows up here? Apples. I mean, we can't live off apples. I'm sorry. Where is the cattle? They're getting rid of all that now. Like, this is about to be. I always talk about Hunger Games because I really start to feel like it's about to be Hunger Games. Like, we're supposed to be like the 12th district or something, like eating jelly food. Like, what is going on here? No, I want us to be able to have fresh fruits and vegetables that come right from where they grow at. And I really do believe that we'll be better off that way. We'll be better off with controlling our food and having more access to our own food. Being able to, even though I'm going to a city in Nigeria, the people that I'm going to be around with come from the country. One girl is from Oshun, and another guy is from Abeokuta, and I don't think that that's country, but it's far out, and I know I'll be safe. They kept me safe for weeks, and they're very great people, and I know I'll be able to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish here. I mean, I'm a financial person. There's nothing but finance going on in Nigeria. There's nothing but finance going on in Nigeria. And me being the kind of woman who loves to get busy with the business people, there's nothing but business people out there. So everything isn't about sex, money, and music, you know? Well, I mean, for me, it kind of is, but at the same time, like, I put that shit to the side. I'm going to Nigeria to do the same things I do here, which is get money, meet people, and to, continue to keep myself active intellectually and to continue to challenge myself. I'm just going to challenge myself. This is a major challenge. I really want everybody to challenge themselves. I have a friend that lives in Mexico. He's fire. He's doing very well. I think if I go somewhere else, I'll do well. Even my mother said it before she passed. May she rest. I really do believe that there's nothing, sky's the limit for me. The galaxy. I really believe that it's the same thing for anybody else who decides it is. If you decide that that's how you're going to live your life, you will be rewarded. If you decide to step out, oh God, you see what I mean? It literally dropped to the 50s out of nowhere. It was like 70 something yesterday and it dropped to the 50s. And now I'm like, I can't survive. This place is too cold. I don't want to be anywhere that goes below 60. I mean, the 50s is cool once in a while, but I don't really. Northeast, I'm not going to feel another 30 degrees in my life. Even if I am in New York, it will never be in the winter. I'm never going to find, like, my birthday is coming up. So my birthday is, I'm a fall baby. And sometimes it can be warm and sometimes it can be uh, cold as hell. My birthday's on Friday, and my birthday can be very, 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 very cold and icy even. Like I know there was some snow on my birthday a couple years ago. That October when time was it was like snowing and stuff around the time. Um, but snow, that cold weather, that's not for us. So we shouldn't be afraid to pick up and go somewhere else. We shouldn't be afraid to go somewhere where we don't get the sniffles. It's crazy. It's really insane. I mean, I don't know what else do we expect from a place where we're not from. Sometimes my skin, like, it's not really supposed to, we're not supposed to be out here. So sometimes my skin even gets flaky in certain areas. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to see flaky patches. And I'm like, oh no, this cold is no good. And then I also have to change diet and really drink a lot of water. So I've been drinking a lot of water lately, a lot of working out, and it shows. You can't be afraid. If there's something that you wanted to do today, I implore you to get up and go do that thing. You know, if you wanted to paint a painting, go do it. I'm laying music down. That's what I want to do. If you want to go and learn a new skill, go get started today. Get the classes online. If you wanted to change your hair color, do that. If you wanted to go and lift 500 pounds of weights for a competition. I mean, I know a gentleman who used to run Rapid Realty, and guess what? He has now become a competitive weightlifter, and he's good at it. And he looks great, and I'm so proud of him. Seriously, and like, that is what I'm talking about. What is to stop you? The only thing that stops you is your own perception of your own lack. Nobody can see your lack. Let me tell you something. Nobody can see your lack. It's inside. It's in your mind. What you believe you lack is in your mind. Clear your mind and go be the person you want to be today. Clear your mind and go do what you want to do, eat what you want to eat, see who you want to see. Just make sure it's righteous. That's all I say. I say, don't do anything that's destructive. Do things that are constructive. And with that, I'm a Black Beauty and I'm out. Peace. My next live will probably be in Niger. I might jump on one last time from the airport, but it's unlikely. But if I can do it, if I could jump on from the airport, I will. But peace, y'all. I love you all. And these nails are still fire. Week old and they're still fire. Anyway, so happy these days, happier than I've ever been. And I want you guys to experience that. Get up and go already. Don't stop yourself. Peace.